Welcome back to another video. Bit nostalgic here. I'm going to show you another one of my favorite games here. Megaman 2. Best NES, in my opinion, one of the best NES games ever created. Just really set the standard for Mega Man games. The first one, you know, kind of trying out the genre. This one really set it apart. So I'm just going to play through a couple man here. So before I even start, you know, Mega Man always has a set or a recommended way to play these guys. You know, you can start any stage. It's one of the first games that lets you do level select like this, but in this game I always recommend, and some people might disagree with me, where your Flash Man is the one you want to start with, but actually I like to start with Metal Man, and then go into Bubble Man using the metal power. From him using the bubble power to defeat Heat Man. Heat Man defeats Wood Man. Wood Man defeats Air Man. Air Man defeats Crash Man, and then Flash Man defeats Quick Man. So we'll go ahead and do Heat Man. So yeah, another thing about this game is it's just the great music. I mean, it's just really gets you the levels, and the levels design, you know, matches the music perfectly. So these are always kind of tough to get through. So just kind of wait for them to come up and take a little hop and go in. This level's all about the little short hops to kind of keep your timing down. Oh, take a little bit of damage there. Go through. So areas like this, you'll see a couple areas like this, even in Dr. Wily's castle, where there'll just be like infinite enemies go through. The good thing about this area is that you just, I mean, kill as many guys as you want, and chances are you're going to get even an extra man in this area. You're definitely not going to die. You take areas like this, you can actually go through and recharge all your weapons, all your life. If you have energy tanks, you can get those recharged back up. So we'll go through that. Little hops here to get through this a little faster. You need rush to get you up there, since you can always go back and do stuff like that, but it's not necessary for this level. Go through. We'll have a few guys here. I like shooting the bottom of these guys; they just fall through. If you shoot the top, the gear keeps going. Alright. Go through. Hit those cam guys in the face. They'll die with one shot. So here, you know, you need rush to technically do this, but, you know, you have plenty of men, so just kind of drop down, pull back on the stick, and then you get it. I'm going to have to kill myself, but you'll notice that when I start the level, or, you know, take me back to the checkpoint here. I go in, I have an energy tank already. So, definitely very handy to do, and one life isn't like a big sacrifice in this game. You know, games like this had the password system and things like that. Nowadays, you know, you get your auto saves and things like that, but you know, it was always fun having a notebook full of passwords, and, you know, going over to your friend's house and saying, "Hey, look, you know, I got the password. I got all the powers here." You go straight to the end boss, see the ending. Now you still had to go and beat Wily, which isn't exactly the easiest thing to do. I just glitched out one of the guys there; he just disappeared. I always like jumping through like this. Little battle cry as he goes through. Then the lines on the bottom will change directions. They just kind of hang back and just shoot at a distance. Pretty easy. So I'll probably just play through Bubble Man a little bit, and then I'll conclude my video. You always get this, you know, Dr. Light says, "Hey, just equipped you with the powers of the guy you just murdered. Oh well. Let's go do Bubble Man. So that's pretty much as long as I use the regular buster, the pellets. In this level, I'll just use metal the whole time. The good thing about metal is that it hits these little frogs in the bottom, and you can shoot at angles, which is pretty awesome. You see, I just threw a whole bunch of metal and I hardly used any energy, and I totally just died because I stood on the edge. So it's all about the little hops. If you jump up and throw stuff, you're usually okay. There you go. Filled it all the way back up. You gotta be careful too. If you're like not missing, if you're missing a little bit of life and you're near an edge and you grab some energy, it'll actually. You grab the edge, it'll actually kind of pause the game for a second, and it might screw up your timing, which isn't cool. Get some energy. Go through. It's another thing about, like, this was the first one to kind of do the underwater part, and it's stuck with the rest of the whole time. And the low gravity, jumping like super high. I mean, that's something that always stayed with Mega Man after this. Metal's definitely the way to go on most of the stages. Go through here. One thing I wish that, you know, didn't stay with Mega Man is the one-hit kills from spikes. Now, you know, obviously it makes the game challenging, and it, you know, but you know, it really can make it frustrating sometimes when you have areas like this here, where you have to just kind of line up your jump perfectly. And later on in the game, there's areas where you fall through, and you have to like know exactly where those pits are going to be. You know, another thing too is you saw how the frog respawned on the left there. If you're running low on energy, or you want to try to, you know, spawn some extra lives, you can always just sit there and let him throw little frogs at you. Alright, and here's Bubble Man, and I should be able to make short work of him with the metal I just got. Should be only a few hits and should be pretty done. Yeah. I think I get my first rush power from this as well, if I remember correctly. Now, since my name is Bit Nostalgic, you have to remember that I've played all these games a long time ago, and I'm going back. Let's see. Bubble lead. Since I won't be going all the way to the end on my video, I'll have to say that you can only defeat the last boss by using this terrible weapon. So, again, I'm going to reiterate, after you get Bubble, you can go ahead and do Heat Man. Heat Man goes to Woodman. Woodman goes to Airman. Airman defeats Crash Man, and then Flash Man defeats Quick Man. Hopefully you found this interesting and useful. Thanks for watching the video, and I hope you can subscribe and you can enjoy more videos like this. Have a good day.